Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to be reviewing none other than the 18-inch powered subwoofer by Electro-Voice as part of their ELX200 series. Make sure to check those out if you're interested in buying a set of speakers and or subwoofers. Now, if you have not seen my recent video, link will be in the description down below. Make sure to check out my review on the Harbinger V2300 speaker series. I did the 15-inch speakers, but yeah, check those out if you're interested, and these guys will definitely come into play for today's video. So, further ado, let's jump into the specs of this woofer. Now, just weighing in at 65 pounds, yes, if you believe it, this guy is actually 65 pounds. This is generally a good, I wouldn't say beginner, but maybe a more intermediate and maybe beginner level subwoofer for anyone who is a mobile entertainer, DJ, or band. And you know what? Compared to other leading brands of woofers, 65 pounds, if you think about it, is not a lot of weight. In fact, I can even pick it up, or maybe even two people can pick it up of that matter, right? It does not take a whole village to lift it up. I can promise you that. What is this? QSC? Anyway, so let's turn this bad boy on and let's see what this menu has in store. But just before we do that, let's look at the outside, right? We have two outputs and two inputs, the knob, and none other than the on and off button and the power supply. All right, here we go. Let's check it out. So now that we have turned this bad boy on, we're looking at the menu screen in which you first turn it on. So you may be thinking, how do you turn the volume on? I don't see anything else besides this knob. Good question. So you turn it to the right. It takes you all the way to 10 decibels, which I believe would be the highest volume level for this woofer. And if you turn it all the way to the right, you're turning it down past the negative numbers all the way till you hit mute, which that means there's no sound coming out of this speaker. But I like to keep mine at relatively 0. So if I ever need, or if you ever need to turn the volume up, I would definitely recommend going in pairs. So that means we'll go in 2, 4, 6, 8, all the way to 10, if you should ever need to turn the volume up. You know, same thing when you're going below, you go in pairs. But it really all depends what you're using it for. Now, let's look at the menu. So if we click on this once, press it, it'll show the different modes of the woofer. So the first mode we're gonna look at is the music settings, right? So we click on it, we see music, live, and club, right? So music is kind of like if you're just DJing or just playing music to pass the time, that is what you use it for. Live, self-explanatory, you're using it for a live band purpose, or maybe, you know, you want to make it sound a little more lively, you know, sure, go for it, whatever floats your boat. And last but not least, we have the club setting. Now, should you ever need to use the club setting is, well, if you're at the club, or if you're outdoor and the venue is packed with a bunch of people and you want to have that nice deep bass, go for club setting. But I like to keep mine at music since my DJ controller allows me to control the different modes for sound, right? High, mids, and lows. Anyway, next we have the low pass. Now this is important. I was always told that it's recommended to keep it at 100 hertz. Now truthfully, it depends what you're using it for. So the lowest you can have is 80 hertz, 100, where I keep it, 120, 150, and then of course pairing it up with the other Electro-Voice speakers that are out in the market. But for now, I'm keeping it at 100. Next, we have the LED, which is for the front of the woofer, which determines like, hey, we're gonna leave the LED on when it turns on. We can have the limit set to where we know when we're clipping, or we can have it off, but I like to keep it on. The display focuses on the brightness of the screen, the contrast, same thing, and back. We have the store and recall. Now, forgive me, I do not know much about these two specific things here on this woofer, but if you check the manual, if you ever decide to buy this lovely product, then it'll explain a little bit more detail than just me talking out of my butt. But I can probably have an idea that recall helps you kind of, I guess you can say recall the different, I guess, modes that you want to save it for, right? Kind of like storage memory. So that's something to think about, but don't take my word for it. Control app is if you have the app for Electro Voice, you can use your phone or mobile device to control the levels of the volume. Lock, this is important. This is kind of like if you lock it, this will allow you to not mess with the menu, right? So you can only turn on the volume on or off, right? So because in case I need to use the menu, that's why it'll be on. And then of course we have the reset, and then we have information and exit. Alrighty guys, so without further ado, the moment you've been all waiting for, let's hit up that audio testing. So bear with me guys. Originally I was going to do a video outdoors, but it's a little rainy out there. So now to control the sound from here, we're gonna plug this in. So this is connected to my mixer, which is back there. So I'm gonna plug this in right here, input 1, right? So we put in input 1, cool. So this is being led to where the sound will be coming from, okay? Now, we take this other one, which is connected to that speaker, and we put it right here in output 1, okay? So we put it in output 1, oh, excuse me, right here. Perfect. So now we have both the speaker and the woofer connected from the controller. So to kind of recap that for 1 second, the music is coming from my controller into the woofer, which is then connected from the from this cable to the speaker. So that way the woofer is the main honcho of the sound. All right, so here we go with the first sound testing with only just the subwoofer. All right, so just a little disclaimer. I suggest that you put on some earphones or headphones to test out the sound. I'm not 100% sure how much justice the camera will be picking up from the woofer. I'm standing about like a few feet away from there, so hopefully the projection will be how it feels when you're kind of up close. I'm going to put the volume at least at like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock on my controller. So we'll be hearing it from how far it is from here to here. And then as the music projects and keeps going, I will stand back and keep going further back until we hear more sound. All right, here we go. Subwoofer sound test part 1. So hopefully you managed to pick something up sound-wise from what you heard from the woofer. Now we're going to introduce both speakers, which are chained together based off the woofer being the main input for all the sound, and we're going to see how that goes. Now, I'm going to slowly graduate the volume from the speaker, so where you can hear the woofer slowly move up, incorporating the music coming out from there. All right, here we go. Awesome. Hopefully you picked something up from that. Now we're going to be cranking up the volume, and we're gonna put it on the club level setting. So right now the subwoofer's on the club level setting, so you can kind of get an idea, keeping it still at the 10 o'clock mark on the controller, working the music. We're gonna have it set to the club level, so that way you get an idea just how much stronger and a little louder the club setting is from the music setting, incorporating the speakers as well. Okay guys, so that was pretty much my review on the 18-inch powered subwoofer from ELX200 as part of the ELX200 loudspeaker series. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment something that you want to know or that you liked, and hopefully I helped you give some sort of reason to go buy this great product. Now, I think this product came out back in like 2017, roughly. I do not know 100% sure. Most likely between 2017 2018, but hey, you know what? It's a great powered speaker. Again, 65 pounds, great for mobile entertainers, DJs, live band. Check it out. Again, make sure to check out my video in the description down below of my other review on the speakers. And yeah, at the end of the day, buy what works for you. I got a lot of comments from the last video saying, oh, can you compare it to this speaker or this or that? I'm like, well, I don't have that. But at the end of the day, you have to work with what's best for you, right? If you're a live band, go for it. If you're a mobile DJ especially, yeah, go for something that you can carry and make it quick. So that way you're not spending so much time setting up, so you can focus on projecting great music and giving a good time. And that's for anybody, really. So yeah, I will see you next time. Until then, stay smiling, stay dancing, and have fun. Later.